Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Master English Today. I am Sam.
And I am Lily. So happy you are here with us today.
Lily, can I ask you something? Do you remember a moment in your life that really surprised you? Something unexpected that happened?
Oh, yes, actually. One time I was running late for a very important meeting. I rushed out of the house, got on the wrong bus, ended up in completely the wrong part of the city, and then by complete accident, I ran into the person I was supposed to meet at a coffee shop on the street. We had the meeting right there.
Ha, that is a perfect story. And did you notice what Lily just did? She used past tense verbs was, rushed, got, ended up, ran into, and she used connectors one time, then, by complete accident. Those are the two ingredients of every great story in English.
And today we are going to teach you both past tense for the events, connectors for the flow. By the end of this episode, you will be able to tell any story, funny, surprising, embarrassing, naturally and confidently in English.
Whether you want to chat with friends, pass a speaking exam, or just feel more comfortable in English conversation, storytelling is the skill that ties everything together. Let us build it right now.
Sam, why do you think storytelling is so important for English learners specifically? Because a lot of learners focus on vocabulary and grammar, but not stories.
Great question. Think about it. Almost every real conversation eventually becomes a story. Someone asks, "How was your weekend?" You tell a story. "How did you two meet?" Story. "What happened at work today?" Story. If you cannot tell a story, you cannot have a real conversation.
Exactly. And here's the other thing. Stories are how people remember you. Not your grammar, not your vocabulary score. The story you told at dinner. The funny thing that happened to you. Stories create connection.
And the great news for A1 and A2 learners, you do not need complex English to tell a great story. You need three things: simple past tense verbs, a few powerful connectors, and one moment of surprise or emotion. That's it.
3 ingredients. By the end of today, you will have all 3.
Ingredient 1, the connectors. These are the words and phrases that join your sentences and create a natural story flow. Without them, your story sounds like a list. With them, it sounds like a real conversation.
Listen to these 2 versions. Version 1, no connectors. I woke up late. I missed the bus. I was wet. I arrived at work. Version 2, with connectors. One morning, I woke up late. Then I missed the bus. To make things worse, it started to rain heavily. In the end, I arrived at work completely wet. Same story, completely different feeling.
The connectors do all the work. Let's learn the essential ones right now. One day, one morning, one evening, how you start a story sets the scene in past time. One evening, I was walking home from work when something strange happened. First of all, introduces the very first event in your story. First of all, I couldn't find my keys anywhere. Then, after that, moves the story forward to the next event, simple and natural. Then I checked my bag. After that, I looked under the sofa. Suddenly, introduces a surprising or unexpected moment, creates drama. Suddenly, the phone rang and everything changed. To make things worse, adds another problem on top of the first, builds tension. To make things worse, it started to rain heavily. Just when I thought that they couldn't get worse, it did. Sets up a turning point. Something changes right at the worst moment. Just when I thought the day couldn't get worse, it did. Luckily, fortunately, introduces a positive surprise or rescue moment. Luckily, a friend happened to be driving past and stopped to help. In the end, finally, closes the story, tells us how everything finished. In the end, everything worked out fine, but I was exhausted.
One day, first of all, then, suddenly, luckily, in the end. Ingredient 2, past tense verbs. When you tell a story, you're talking about things that already happened, so you use simple past tense.
And for A1 and A2 level, you just need two types. Regular verbs, you add ed, and irregular verbs, you just have to learn them. But the good news is the most common story verbs are ones you probably already know. Regular verbs, add ed. Walk, walked. Arrive, arrived. Call, called. Start, started. Miss, missed. Decide, decided. Wait, waited. Happen, happened. Irregular verbs, most common for stories. Go, went. Come, came. See, saw. Run, ran. Find, found. Tell, told. Say, said. Get, got. Think, thought. Know, knew. Take, took. Leave, left. One quick tip. When you tell a story and you're not sure if a verb is regular or irregular, just use it anyway and keep going. Native speakers will always understand you. Fluency matters more than perfection when you're telling a story.
Exactly. A story told with small grammar mistakes is 100 times better than a story never told because you were afraid of making one. Pausing here for just a second, because if you're enjoying this episode and learning something real today, the best thing you can do is subscribe to Master English Today right now. Tap the bell, tell a friend. Every episode we build is free, every week, just for you. Now, back to the story. This next part is my favorite.
Now let's hear the connectors and past tense working together. 3 short, real-life stories. Lily, you tell them, I'll highlight the key language.
Perfect. Here we go. Story 1. One evening after work, I decided to take a different route home. First of all, I got on the wrong train by mistake. Then I waited 20 minutes at the wrong station in the cold. To make things worse, my phone battery died, so I couldn't check the map. Suddenly, I recognized a woman from my office on the platform. She knew exactly where we were. Luckily, she walked me to the right station. In the end, I got home 2 hours late, but I was not alone, which helped.
Beautiful. Count the connectors. One evening, first of all, then, to make things worse, suddenly, luckily, in the end. 7 connectors in one short story, and every past tense verb. Decided, got, waited, died, recognized, knew, walked, got. That's natural English storytelling. Story 2, the job interview.
One morning, I had the most important job interview of my life. First of all, I woke up 40 minutes late. Then I spilled coffee on my shirt and had to change quickly. After that, I ran to the bus stop but just missed it. Just when I thought the whole thing was over, a taxi pulled up right in front of me. I jumped in, arrived at the office with 2 minutes to spare, and in the end, I got the job.
And that story works because of one thing, the emotion. We felt every moment with you. That's what connectors do. They don't just connect sentences, they build suspense. They make the listener lean in.
Story 3. The Lost Wallet. Short one. One afternoon, I lost my wallet on the way to the supermarket. I searched everywhere, my pockets, my bag, the pavement, nothing. To make things worse, I only realized when I was already at the checkout. Suddenly, the cashier smiled and held it up. Someone had handed it in 5 minutes earlier. Everything was still inside. In the end, a complete stranger saved my day.
And notice that last story is only 8 sentences. Short, simple, but it has a beginning, a problem, a twist, and an ending. That's all a story needs. Have you ever had someone return something you lost?
Now, a full natural conversation. Sam and I meet for coffee. He has a story to tell. Listen for every connector, every past tense verb, and importantly, how I react as a listener, because listening to a story well is also a skill in English.
Here we go. Lily, you won't believe what happened to me last weekend.
Oh no, what happened?
Okay, so one Saturday morning, I decided to go hiking. Just a short walk, nothing serious. First of all, I took the wrong path out of the car park and walked in completely the wrong direction for 30 minutes.
Oh no! Didn't you have a map?
I had my phone, but then the signal disappeared completely. After that, I tried to retrace my steps, but everything looked the same. To make things worse, it started getting darker earlier than I expected.
Sam, that sounds terrifying. What did you do?
Just when I thought I was completely lost, suddenly I heard voices. A family with two children were walking nearby with a proper map and a torch. I explained what happened, and they walked me back to the car park.
Oh, thank goodness. How long were you out there?
Almost 3 hours for what should have been a 45-minute walk. Luckily, that family was there. In the end, I drove home, had a very long shower, and decided that next time I'm buying a proper map before I leave the house.
That's such a good story, though. Terrifying, but a good story. And honestly, the best stories always come from the worst moments, right?
Always. Every bad day is just a good story waiting to happen.
Now it's your turn. Here's a simple story template. Fill in the blanks with your own real experience. It doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be yours.
Your story template. One day, morning, evening.